Of course it is. I could just end the video here, but I'm not gonna. So I'm gonna explain why the horse artillery pistol is a good weapon, which means it's that time, baby. The boring part. The horse artillery pistol is a gun that was added in the Copenhagen update. It's a weapon for line infantry and can deal 85 damage with 5 penetration. It has a range of 550 studs with a 13-second reload time. Why do I like this gun, you may ask? Because it sounds pretty bad compared to the other guns. Well, that's for one reason. The second barrel. Also, it costs 700 francs, which is pretty cheap given that. Yeah. The second barrel makes it a great gun for taking out bombers. Not as good as the air rifle, but pretty good overall. And it's cheaper, so it's much easier to get for beginners. And also, considering the air rifle costs a whopping 10,000 francs compared to the horse artillery's pistol's 700, beginners can rock this, then save up for that overpriced piece of shit. Also, loading one barrel takes about 10 seconds, I believe, and with a Pfeiffer, it takes about 8 or 7, again, I believe. I usually only use the second barrel only during emergencies, like when a bunch of bombers are approaching my team's barricades, or as a last resort if I want to kill more shamblers with the second shot ability. On hardcore, it isn't really that great with the zombies' extra health, but that can be fixed with the double shot ability. Speaking of the double shot ability, the double shot ability replaces a shove or bayonet in exchange for being able to fire both shots at the same time, kind of how the Nuck gun fires all 7 bullets at the same time. And another side note is that the first barrel is more inaccurate because Bubbles in the shop says it's smooth bore or something. The double shot can also one-shot zappers, which is pretty cool if you're ever caught off guard or if you're ever saving your teammate from a zapper, which can feel pretty good if you ever do it. As I said before, the first shot is more inaccurate than the second shot, with the first being moderately accurate and the second being highly accurate. And if you fire both barrels separately, it isn't enough to take out a zapper, and it only works using the double shot. And if you're not using the double shot, the inaccurate barrel will always be fired first, too. The reload of the horse artillery pistol is about 13 seconds long, and with a Pfeiffer, it for some reason doesn't get the 20% reload boost. Instead, it gets a 15%, which this is actually what happens with both the double barrel pistol and the horse artillery pistol because they're both double barrels. I'm not sure why this is a thing, and I'm not sure if this is a bug or anything, but I mean, it's there, I guess. The horse artillery pistol overall works great with dealing with special infected like bombers and or igniters. It may not be as good as the air rifle when doing this, but it's cheaper than the air rifle by 9,300 francs, which isn't anything to scoff about. And since you only get a max of 170 francs per round, makes it much more easier to get for beginners before they can save up for the air rifle. And I'm sorry that I keep mentioning how the air rifle is overpriced, but it is kind of overpriced, but I mean, just play the game, I guess. But the horse artillery pistol is by far a very good gun and one of my favorite guns to use in GNB. I'm not really a horse artillery pistol main, I'm more of a cuirassier main with the lance and the heavy saber, which is actually the juggernaut loader I saw by 242's video. Shout out to 242. Anyways, yeah, I'm not really a horse artillery pistol fan, but it isn't really much of a bad gun if I think about it. The first barrel of the horse artillery pistol has 0.9 spread, I believe, and the second has 0.5, again, I believe. I could be wrong, and if I am, please correct me in the comments nicely. I usually only use the second barrel during emergency, just like I said, but you can do whatever you want. I'm not here doing this YouTube video just to judge people. I'm here because I want to get more views. Please get this video more views. It takes so much time to edit. So, is the horse artillery pistol good? Yes, actually, it is a very good gun. Can you use it to target special infected like igniters or bombers? Absolutely, 100%. Is it comparable to the air rifle in terms of bomber popping and igniter shooting capability? Well, no, but it is a great option for doing so. and for beginners. Also, unlike the air rifle, it does more damage, fires the bullets quicker, and has more penetration. And who cares if I don't have a bayonet? I mean, I have a heavy saber, which doesn't completely make up for the loss of bayonet, though it still helps if you're ever using the horse artillery pistol, and you should be running it 90% of the time. Again, the heavy saber doesn't completely make up for the loss of bayonet, but it still helps if you don't have one. So, if I were to give a final verdict for the horse artillery pistol, my final verdict would be a 7 out of 10. Mainly because of the reload time and the inaccuracy of the first shot, but I mean the inaccuracy is barely noticeable unless you're sniping the British in Copenhagen or doing the finale in Catacombs. But it is still a great weapon for beginners, also considering the price. Anyways, like the video, sub to my channel, follow my Twitch to see me live stream, and yeah, just follow my Twitch, and goodbye. Like the video!